So a few days ago, I picked up this Stevens favorite rolling block 22. And my plan is to do a cosmetic restoration on this. The gun is in remarkably good condition. There are a few things that we're going to have to deal with. But before I did it, I wanted to take it down to the range and shoot it and make sure the gun was functioning correctly. I did a short video on that a few days back. One of the problems I was having was the gun would not go off. It would not discharge. I loaded it with a 22 long, and it took me several pulls of the trigger to get it to go off. I did this 3 different times. It did go off, but didn't want to discharge. So I'm thinking, well, okay, I've got something wrong with the firing pin. All right. But when I looked at the brass, and I'll show you that here in a second, the brass was split, which is telling me that the chamber was too large. It was either worn or something. And I began to question what it was that was causing that to do that. So started to investigate. Now Stevens made a limited number of these in 22 Winchester rimfire. And I thought when I first got the gun that it was indeed a Winchester rimfire, but I couldn't get around in the chamber. And I thought, well, okay, it can't be a Winchester rimfire, it has to be a 22 long. The 22 long would fit in there, a long rifle would fit in there. So, but again, that problem, I was splitting the cases and it was taking 3 or 4 hits of the hammer to get it to go off. But being curious the way I am, I thought, well, let me do some more investigation. So I pull the barrel out of the receiver, and this is a takedown, so it comes apart just like this. And I then grabbed a Winchester rimfire, and lo and behold, it fits right in there just perfectly. I try to put in a 22 mag, it won't fit, but the 22 rimfire, a Winchester rimfire, will fit. So this is definitely one of the rarer Stevens favorites that's chambered for the 22 Winchester rimfire, which makes doing the restoration all that much more important because we have a much more rare gun. I'm going to do a gun shorts on this. I'm going to talk about the gun, talk about the history of this little rifle. One of the most popular 22s made at the time. This one has some remarkable features. I mean, it has some gorgeous walnut on it, figured walnut, so we're definitely going to try to get that going. But I can't get a 22 Winchester rimfire in here because the extractor is in the way. So I'm going to have to do some work to figure out why that's happening. It's either got a 22 extractor in here that somebody might have put in at one time because the original one broke, or it's just all boogered up and we'll have to unbooger it and see if we can't get it so that it fits in. Anyway, an exciting gun here in the restoration shop. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I want you to come back for this restoration. Leave a comment if you know anything or have one of these old Stevens 22 rimfire rifles. Fantastic story. I'll see you guys in the next video.